Tommy Robinson has allegedly left the country. Oh well, I wish you all the best, matey, honestly. I will continue the re-education of Tommy Robinson and his followers.
To be coming back for the So I just finished my paddle, man. I was due to be coming back for a demonstration on Saturday. There's something I haven't told everyone. I had an incident quite a few weeks ago with an arson. I do have the video of everything, but it was targeted against my property. Well, not against my property, against my wife's property. At that point, we left the country straight away. And I'm looking at relocating my family, which is pretty hard to do. And especially with COVID, I couldn't even get a hotel. Trying to get a hotel, couldn't even find a hotel to move them out to. So obviously my wife has had enough of everything. Someone give us somewhere to stay. So we left the country. And I was due to be flying back for the demonstration. Obviously, now with this 14-day quarantine, if I fly back, I probably won't get back out. My kids are out here. I'm still in the process of finding a permanent relocation for them. I've got new schools for my daughters. But that's just an update. Look at me, look at that. Oh, mate. So, I'm playing paddle. It's great. It's a mix between tennis and squash. But I'm sorry, that's just so I'm letting people know, because when I couldn't be back, people said, what, he's still away? Because my family are away, because I need my family to be away, because they're not safe, basically. And it wasn't Muslims that done this. It was after all the BLM stuff. I think I know who it was. So that's just an update. I tried to go live. The reception's shit where I am. I'll go live tomorrow night or something. But that's just letting you all know I won't be there. The demonstration's still on. I'll be doing a speech. It's still on outside in London for Hearts of Oak. But that's just an update for me to say, unfortunately, I've got my flights booked, but because they've changed the regulations on COVID bullshit, I won't be able to come back. And I would come back, but my kids and family are out here, so I literally drove out here with them. Peace. So I just finished my paddle, man. I was due to be coming back for a demonstration on Saturday. There's something I haven't told everyone. I had an incident.
Just to say, I never condone violence or harm to a fellow human being, although some of Tommy's followers may not think the same. Bunch of racists.
I think it's what BLM, Black Lives Matter movement, yeah? So it's very clear that somebody like Tommy Robinson, who's been pushing constantly Muslims, you know, they want to kill us in 120 verses of the Quran. It says kill the infidel, kuffar, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff, and he is leaving the UK because of Muslims? Nope. Because of who? He says he claims Black Lives Matter, yeah? Well, I don't know the full story, etc., but what's very certain and clear is that certain remarks he may have made, that might be racist or whatever, has put himself in danger and his family in danger, which is very careless. Let's finish off the video.
We're gonna listen to white people when they say, don't come out and protest.
Why won't it? Why?
Because it won't.
I'll tell you why. Like I said, we're not going to stay home.
It won't happen.
All right, Jelly,
Why?
what's your
Because
reasons? Go on, you got to elaborate. What's your reason?
My reason being is that white people are too fucking ignorant to go out and do anything about it.
But
black people have to go out and do it for themselves.
But all I'm saying is the majority of the white people that we have, I don't care if it's literally 50 or 100 people, the white people that claim to be supportive of the movement, stand your ground.
Well, 50 or 100 people is not going to make a difference.
No, Natasha does have a point, Jelly. And the reason I'm saying she has a point was because most of the time when I heard you speak, Jelly, about what happened, Natasha, the only I've got a bone to pick with Jelly here, because the majority of the time when I've heard Jelly speak about the Black Lives Matter movement has not been in a positive light. And I actually had an argument with him on one of my scopes, or one of his scopes, I can't remember exactly, because he said something which obviously was totally out of order, and I had to basically check him up on it, and he realized his mistake. So Jelly, you have to admit that I'd say probably 80% of the time when you've spoken about this,
excuse me,
if you're my neighbor and you need food, you come to me, I'll feed you, right?
No, I'm talking about racism. Excuse me, I'm talking about the racism subject, Example in America. In America, most of the Christians, they support Trump and then don't go in the March of Black Lives Matter.
No,
No,
I understand. I
not
understand.
Yo, you know
He's
what?
saying a lot of
So
Christians
just
basically
please.
are right-wing bigots, okay? They don't want
Exactly.
equality. They
We need
claim to be Christians, but they don't represent the Christian values, okay? They're as bigots as anyone else. So I hear what
pardon?
you're saying.
But I don't see how
just
by
what Herb was
supporting
saying.
Allez-y,
Trump
appelez les
you
flics,
can
hein.
be
What
called
Herb
a
was saying,
racist.
yeah. I'm not. Look, just to for transparency's case, I'm not Christian. And I've studied Christianity in depth, and I know what he's talking about. People,
Yeah, you don't have to be, but I know what you mean.
If you read,
Don't
the Old
worry, man. God
Testament.
still loves you. It's fine.
No, excuse me. No. The thing is that I don't like the fact that Christians they say we love you, we are generous, we are blah blah blah. That's not the point, you know.
No,
The thing is that that's not
it's
the
the Old
point.
Testament. That's the Old Testament. Fuck shit.
No, this is
If you read
propaganda.
the Old
This is
Testament,
propaganda.
some bullshit.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
telling you, there's some
My
straight
Johnson,
up
like,
racism in
Excuse
that
me.
shit. The New
I don't.
Testament is all good and dandy,
my
but
Johnson, okay.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I'm sorry, but in reality, in America, Christian, if they were so generous, if they were so good, they will go in the streets to support the black people. They don't do that. Why?
I'm not gonna
No,
lie. You know what?
Tell me why.
Hob. I think what
Even though
you're
it's a
doing is
controversial
you're mistaking what
opinion.
Christianity is, okay? You have to understand that Christian is not only white people. Christian is made up of people from all walks of life, from all backgrounds and all races. You understand what I'm saying to you?
But
So
Alex,
you can't just
Alex,
pin it on white people. But I hear what you're saying, my guy. You have to understand there's many races that are within the Christian religion.
No, excuse me. The very founder of Christianity, the many people who are running the churches in America, they are white.
No, I understand. Yes, initially the
So,
founders of Christianity and the people who brought it to Africa.
and not only that,
Yeah.
even now, the most people who hold the power in the church, you can see the Vatican and
Yeah,
everywhere.
the Vatican,
Are
the
white.
Pope, and all these people.
Exactly. So that's very rooted in that, you know. So you cannot just say, Christianity. That's okay. And I'm saying that's a big problem, you know, and that's why I think they don't evolve in America. It's because we are listening to this and we are not saying that they are part of the problem. These people, I'm sorry, but they can be good in their life, but with racism, they are part of the problem. I'm sorry. So they need to accept that, and they need to even either change their attitude or leave the religion, and maybe their religion maybe is the problem, you know, because many slave owners, they use Christianity to justify owning a slave.
All right,
it
man.
did.
I appreciate you, Herb. Thank you very much for calling in.
Yeah.
All right, let me get someone else onto the call just to dispute what he said. But thank you very much. Big up to you in Canada and Montreal. All right. So, Jelly, any thoughts on what he just said?
I kind of got the gist of what he's saying. Maybe there was a little bit lost in translation or something, but I think I gathered what he was saying. But I would say that, you know, I don't see how you can blame all Christians for racism or slavery or whatever, because
That's not what he was doing. Though.
Now let's hear from
okay,
CD because CD seems to agree with him.
maybe I got the
I
wrong
want to
end of the
ask
stick
CD, you're agreeing. CD, you were agreeing with a lot of the stuff that my man was saying. Why were you agreeing with what he was saying?
Do you know what I was trying to say? Yeah, can you hear me clearly?
Clearly, bro. Go ahead.
So what my man's trying to say, yeah, is basically like Christians in it. Like when it comes to certain situations in it, they don't want to get involved in it because it's too much for them to actually talk up on it, and also like it's too much to talk up on it, but like it's like they don't want to get involved. They start interpreting with what it says in the Bible and says, God would do this, God would do that, it will all come to pass, But like to be fair, like they need to stand up to what is going on. They don't really stand up. They just say it is what it is, you know what I mean? So it's like they have been indoctrinated like with what the white man is basically wants them to do. Like, so they have been like, they've been controlled. You understand? So sometimes like when you talk on these topics, like their mind
I know,
can't
right,
process
Juice?
it.
Where's Andel?
Their mind can't process it.
He's in Jamaica.
Their mind can't process it, bro. Like, it's too much. Like, sometimes they just can't take these certain things. So what I'm trying to say is like Christians, they believe in like peace, don't let bargain be bargain, whatever. But sometimes you need to stand up and fight. You understand? If you want something in this life, you need to stand up and fight, because there's always people that's gonna be in your way, trying to manipulate you, trying to take everything that you own. You understand? That belongs to you. So that's what he's basically trying to say. So it's the ideology that like that has been whitewashed into black people as well. And it's not just black people, but
I
it's
think
also
Fake Folks was trying to call. Hey, Fake Folks, give me a call, bro. I'll take your call in a minute. Go, bro.
they're trying to indoctrinate it into everyone, but it's mainly black people. You know, understand? Like, you see how all these people, like these big people, they always bring Christianity into politics and stuff like this. To be fair, if there was no Christianity, like, think about it. If there was no Christianity, how would they respond to these people? Wouldn't they go to war? Wouldn't they go to war? Exactly. Wouldn't they go to war?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I
For what
I
they
don't
You know
think
what? On that
Christianity
point, by the
should
way,
be a part of
CT2, on
politics.
that point, by the way, and I'm speaking as a person who's not Christian. Just for clarity's sake, I'm not. Yeah, I said this before. I'm not Christian, and I'm actually a Muslim, by the way. So, but I'm
Yeah.
saying
It's
that.
all good, my guy.
Yeah.
Everyone is welcome.
That's
No,
cool.
man,
That's
just
cool.
Yeah,
No
no,
worries.
safe. So, but obviously,
No,
I'm
it's
not
just
going to
that the
come
way
on
you
here.
said that was like it. Don't like honestly, it doesn't make no difference, bro.
No,
No,
don't.
respect, Alex. You know,
Like
still,
honestly, it don't mean nothing. But anyway,
I
obviously
know.
it means something. But like you know,
But I know what you mean. And I fully understand that. So I'm not on here to try and preach or give, voice my opinion on this thing. But obviously, from our perspective, is that everything you say about what Jesus taught and whatnot. Because obviously we believe in Jesus, and we believe he was one of the greatest prophets and all that. But obviously, we don't take him as a god. And we believe his teachings were different. So for example, we don't believe Jesus said, turn the other cheek. Just on this point, CD2, we don't believe that. We know, and even in the Bible, it says, there are verses where Jesus says, take up the sword, and because you need to
exactly.
fight for justice on this world. Anyone who
Exactly.
tells you don't fight for justice is absolutely,
Yeah, but what
it's
I'm
not
trying to
true.
misguided.
say, what I'm
You
trying to
can't.
say
You
is
have
that's
to
how
fight for
Christian
justice, man. You
mentality
can't.
is
And that's
sometimes.
what Jesus said, even in the Bible, even in the New Testament. I don't know where Christians get this from. I'll tell you where they get this from, because obviously, if you look at the Bible and you look at the Old Testament, and again, I'm not going to start a religious debate here at all. Like, this is not this is not the conversation for it. We're all in this together. We're
Exactly.
trying to fight a problem of racism, of
And
Yeah.
division
inequality.
and hate and
Exactly.
Exactly,
bro, come
division.
on.
So I'm not trying to
Exactly.
create more division, and we're not going to do that right here. Because I
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
believe in God, you're still at some level my brother, and even though we might differ on on what
No,
God is,
of
but you're
course.
a brother to me, and you're a brother to every Muslim, and that's even in the Quran, So
Yeah, of
that's
course, man.
for us. That's
Jesus was one of Allah's prophets, fam.
exactly. So as long as you believe in God, there's no
He
division,
was.
and
Exactly.
everything else doesn't like we're not going to go into that. But all I'm saying is, I know what you're saying, CD2, but I don't think people need to turn the other cheek. And I don't think that's what Jesus meant, And you can't, Jesus didn't stand for injustice, whether it's in the Bible or in the
Yeah.
Quran,
Yeah,
It's not what he stood for. And if you
Nah.
look into, I've read the Bible more than 3 times, and I studied Christianity with Christians.
You've done
So I
better
know
than me, mate. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm
Tough.
telling you,
Tough.
most Christians haven't even read the
you're more learned than me, fam.
yeah, I'm not learned, but a lot of Christians don't go into that, and I just did that, just to kind of as a
Yeah.
study. And I'm telling you, if you look into the Bible, Jesus doesn't teach. He does teach, obviously, all this stuff, and we know that Jesus was one of the more pacifistic and sort of peaceful prophets.
Yeah.
And he came at a time where there wasn't much war, and he didn't govern. We know that he didn't govern. He only had a very short ministry, so we agree with that in Christianity.
What's the
But
reason, fitness? Go on,
hmm?
bro. No, I was just talking to one of the guys in the comments. Go on.
Yeah. So I'm saying Jesus didn't stand for injustice, CD2, whether that's in Christianity or in Islam. So just to respond to your point, anyone who goes around, like I know the slave owners justified that through Christianity, 100%, and anyone can go and look at that. But
Yeah, and that's
you
what
know,
I'm
that's
trying to say.
bullshit.
Is
Ray
indoctrinated.
Pemba.
It's like it's taught into black people. Like, let's say if if
It's
a
been wild.
racist, sorry for say, for example, if a racist goes and come around and starts shooting a bunch of, how do you call it, a bunch of black people in the flipping black community, and then like it's always like, and the person dies, that person's child dies. How would the mother react? Like, I wanna understand. Like, in a way, she'll be upset. She'll be like terrified about
Devastated,
what,
isn't it?
yeah, devastated about it. But what I'm trying to say is, if it
Mm.
came down to the whole neighborhood that was going to get vengeance over that person that was killed by that racist, they wouldn't agree to it. You see what
No,
I'm saying?
definitely not.
You see
Definitely
you
not.
see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying about the way that they have, like, the way that it's indoctrinated in black people, like you know what I mean?
Mm.
Because like a lot of black people, like majority of black people grew up in a Christian like household. You know what I mean? So they don't believe in like bargain be bargain. So it's like, you killed one of mine, so you thinking that I shouldn't come and kill you.
But in this very video, he is being approached by someone insulting him in front of his family members, which I found very disturbing. I'll be honest with you guys, if I was there, what he was saying to Tommy Robinson is a whole different story. But insulting his family and kids, uncalled for. I'm so sorry. I don't care who it is. It was absolutely disgusting. No family or children or kids should deserve to see that very situation, feeling hostile, don't know who this person is. It's a very, very distressing situation. And I'll make it clear, it was very uncalled for. But just one thing I want Tommy Robinson to understand. The hate that you cause to people, that Muslim families who are out on the streets or in restaurants in certain places in the UK, which I've lived in certain very racist place, yeah, and my family have been under attack, yeah. I used to live in a place called Grimsby, yeah. I used to live there, and my family got under attack because of racism before I was a Muslim. And imagine the Muslim family members who are sitting in a restaurant and eating, and a hooligan, a scumbag comes and this happened actually in Australia. This happened in Australia actually. A pregnant Muslim woman was punched, and you are the cause of that. They don't just justify. I'm not saying that you deserve that. I'm just saying, look, how does it feel? It doesn't feel right, and it shouldn't be done to anyone. So I hope, brothers and sisters, we learn a lesson from this, that we never ever look down at anyone, because God Almighty, the one who's created the heavens and the earth, can change your situation to such an extent that you are now a refugee.